Order, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Did we ever get any bids to paint the courthouse?
Yeah.
3?
No, just the one we had before. The guy said it was still good, so.
Say, Leslie, have you been able to see if we can change the airport board from 7 members to 5 members?
We're working on it.
You are? Okay. In case you call me and ask me again.
I'm trying to locate paperwork from when it was formed, and Scott had sent me an email, but I didn't have a chance to take a look at it on the airport board.
1979, there was a, what was formed. I I thought it was later than that. But
But did they find the, did you send me the actual paperwork?
I sent, when they formed it, and then I sent you a statute that Lila sent me that said that it can be just 5.
Right. Okay, I'll get that looked at.
Thank you.
Second. Is it chair?
yeah.
Okay. Didn't say? Yeah, we did. It's yeah, we did. Yeah, I saw it later.
I think this is wrong. I don't think we set a meeting time for October the 27th at 1 o'clock.
Did you forget?
Yes.
5 guys helping me win cabs and
Oh, shoot.
How'd your phone call feel?
They won their first one against the number 2 seed and then lost the other 2.
they played well.
They did.
Yeah.
I don't see the overtime on there. That's what I was watching.
Could I have those other ones?
Yes, I looked at those other minutes. Or the warrants, I'm sorry.
Thank you. You can send yours. Did you
I haven't
look
looked
at
at them yet.
these? We haven't looked at them yet.
Gotcha.
There you go. Just these two.
What's that?
Those two is all the ones up there.
Yeah.
These must be the same.
Misprints.
I already read that one. Thanks.
Should you guys get them all weaned then? Good.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't
Wednesday?
What's that?
Did you say we have a meeting Wednesday?
No, I asked him if they got them all weaned.
Yeah, we got a meeting Wednesday, come in.
Okay. Meet you down for coffee first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've showed up on the wrong day before. At least you're early instead of late.
Yeah. Just happy the sun's just barely coming up.
This time of year, it's like drive about 30 to 40 all the way in town because those deer with the weeds as high as they are. The ditches, you can't see them.
Yeah.
metal shed that you said we could have? I could just stop by and pick it up.
And then there's four stud pieces and those trusses, and then there's some wheels and rope. I'm good with everything. Oh, I can sign that today.
Thought I looked at these. These already. I think you looked at them too.
My hand was worn out.
I'll get it earlier next week.
Just- I make a motion that we approve the minutes and warrants as stated.
Second.
First and second, approve warrants and minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, Liz, this brings us to you then.
I don't believe I have anything. As mentioned earlier, we're working on the question in regards to the airport board. So we'll get that figured out.
Okay, good, thank you. I think it'll make it easier on them.
All I have is the 2023 payroll dates that need to be approved.
Guess it's okay with me.
They're kind of like they've always been, I take it, Scott?
Yeah. Need a motion on that, please?
Need a motion to approve the dates.
I move we approve the 2023 payroll dates.
I second it.
And first and second, approve the payroll dates. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay.
Let's see if Sharissa can come in with the transportation.
We're done.
See ya.
Rest of them are no-shows.
Hey, sure is it.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right,
All right, so I'm here for the transportation grant. The funds are the same, the funding's the same as far as federal operationals, 50-20, and then 30-50, and then administration is 80-20. Asking for the same amount. The total request is $60,000. We budget for a $600 revenue. We don't ever get $600, but that's what we budget for. I am going to go ahead with your approval and start asking for a replacement van. I'll pass this around. This is kind of what it's going to cost, what they're projecting. It's not cheap, but you know, nothing is. So with the federal funding, it is still an 80-20 purchased through KDOT. So you can see on there what our costs would be on the second page. I'm not saying we're going to be awarded, but if we don't start asking, we might not get on the list. They're not even projecting that we would have this vehicle, if approved, till the end of possibly 2024. So they haven't even gotten the vans they were awarded for 23 yet, and they're looking at the end of the year, well, sometime next year actually. They were told at conference another 8 to 12 months before they could even get those vans that they were approved. So I feel like we better start applying. Yes.
Would be 18,000.
Yeah, so you can see the 10% contingency on there, the 80%, and then from there. So,
Is there a, well, I don't know how I should say it, the size of the vans, does it have to be that big?
so there's a list on there. We use the lift a lot. I mean, they practically
Well,
use
I'm
it
sure
on
we gotta have a
every.
lift, but we need that big of a van.
That's the smallest size we can get with a lift.
Really?
Yeah. We're averaging over 300 rides a month right now, and we're putting on over 1,200 miles. So we're just over 70,000 miles. The 100,000 is the threshold. 5 years is the minimum to apply. We're right at that 5-year mark. I know we're not at the miles part, but they said if we start now, that way they can see where our van is and where we're putting on over 1,200 miles a year or a month. I feel like we need to start letting them know.
100,000, we're not supposed to run it.
Yeah, but we can't apply till it's 100,000, which is stupid, so makes no sense.
Now, is it 14 passengers?
It's just a 7.
Okay.
And honestly, we only have, most are only 2 to 3 passengers on it at a time, but we have had a full van at different times, so. I did want to pass on, part of the grant application, I asked for supporting recommendations. So those are ones from writers. I just thought you guys would like to see those. I also get them from the village, Senior Life Solutions, Bird City Area on Aging, Cheyenne County Health Department, City of St. Francis, which is they still match the 5,500, and then the City of Bird City also sends letters of support for our transportation.
So it's an 80-20 on the van?
Yes.
So
We've been putting money away.
so we're budgeted for it down the road?
Yes.
Money there.
Our share of the 18,000, it's not too bad.
Compared to an ambulance.
She's gone.
Jerry? No, they just went. She moved away, and then her and her daughter. Her daughter bought a house up on Scott Street, and so she lives with her daughter now.
Okay.
Yeah. They go to the senior center. Both of them do once or twice a week now. She used to go all the time, but we've dropped her to. She just goes a couple times a week now with her daughter.
I was told she moved to Denver.
Oh, she's back. This letter is just giving us authorization to complete the application, if you'll sign that. And then this letter is the funding letter. And then, Willie, I have lots of places for you to sign.
Do we need a motion on that first?
Yeah, you need to.
I make a motion that we apply to get another transportation ban, and that's gonna come out of the transportation, okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
Second.
First and
Sorry,
second to
vouchers.
apply for fees for a new van. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And this, do we need a different motion for this one?
Nope, it's the same
Oh,
thing.
same thing.
Just, I have to have two different letters. That one's authorizing us to apply and do that, and then this is the funding letter.
Okay.
Okay, Willie, 2 spots there. And you're done, Brett. I just need him.
I saved your wrist by signing those. You're good to go.
Thank you.
1 spot there.
I'll be reading all these, might be buying a house or something.
I like signing papers on one of them.
I know what Brett feels like on a daily basis.
What time's the parade?
10 o'clock. Couple more. Last one. All right. The writers and I thank you very much.
Thanks for all your extra work.
Yep,
And while you're here,
yep.
just informational, I contacted that gentleman in, about the door for the building upstairs. He said, I give him my phone number and he's supposed to contact me when he's got time to come look.
Okay,
So maybe we can get that van moved
okay.
and be out of the emergency building, which I think would be a good move.
You'll make everybody happy.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And on that note, I have a it's December 31st is when the contract ends. Or the,
Okay,
with
I
Grace.
can't see there'll be a problem because he really doesn't use it. And I think we can put that tractor and mower in there.
You don't need to sign that.
No.
Snow blade.
Okay. I was gonna
That's
say,
just when it ends. Is the
see if
16th.
Terry's in there.
Maybe we can't, I don't know.
Well, didn't someone visit with him about using it? Did someone visit with
Robert.
Robert about using that building?
I haven't. It's just part of his lease, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the lease that it's the use of those buildings, which that lease is up the 15th, right?
That's what it said. yeah.
31st of December.
We ought to have him come in when it's not gonna be part of the lease. He's not using either one of them, really.
You can,
He sold his planes.
I think he still has a Cirrus 20 though, little plane.
He's got another hangar, doesn't he?
I don't know.
He's got a hangar over there. He always did anyway. Just to the south of that one.
Morning.
How are you?
How's everybody?
Good morning.
So, you are ready for us, all right.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, good morning. I brought in the big guns for the meeting today.
Okay.
All
That
right,
doesn't mean it's a bad renewal.
No, not at all. I just,
No, I truly appreciate it, and Brian allowing me to attend with him today, and truly appreciate Cheyenne County. And I guess before we get into the renewal, it's hard to believe that tomorrow's November 1st already. But before we get into the renewal, does anybody have any questions on how things have worked or things that we should be doing different from what we are doing?
I don't have anything, no.
Okay, all right, perfect. We've been doing the 2-card system since 2015. So, and it has worked very well on being able to build reserves and with the plan with the 2 cards. But for January 1st, and you're currently with Blue Cross and Blue Shield as your umbrella policy, which we have up here at the top. Now, the renewal numbers here are in black because you have now gone under 50 employees. So they have a different rating system with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. But these are your current numbers with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. We have 15 single, 8 employee spouses, 3 employee children, and 19 family. The renewal with Blue Cross and Blue Shield come in at 1.78%. So we are very excited. So with it being, I've delivered a lot of single-digit increases this year. I've delivered a couple double digits, but it's nice. But the reason it's in red is now that you've fallen below 50, that everything is age-rated. So when you get your billing from Blue Cross and Blue Shield, it's not going to be a 4-tier rate for every single employee, spouse, employee, and children and family. It's going to be based on age. But we took a total of that and done a composite. So it come in at the 1.78%. We did go out to United Healthcare and looked at their numbers. And for their high deductible, to use it as the umbrella policy, it was 34.51% above the Blue Cross and Blue Shield numbers. Aetna, and it shows here a negative 28.72%, but you would have to do health statements with Aetna. Those are not firm numbers. So I always call them pie in the sky numbers because they come in and they're not firm until we do health statements.
Julie, so is Blue Cross kicking up the individual deductibles across the board on everybody? Because I see the families at 14,000 now and the individuals at 7,000.
Yes, and it's going from that 6,350 to 7,000. And then it's going from the 12,700 to the 14,000. That's on the umbrella policy.
Okay.
Now down here at the bottom is what we currently have for the employees, but yes, on the umbrella policy, because you're going from the large group over 50, they had the 6,350 to the small group under 50.
Okay.
It now jumps you to a $7,000 deductible overall.
How many do we have?
You have 40, what do we have, 48? Or 46, but real close to 50. But we come in right under 50 for the rating for 2023. Which, in looking at your rates here on where it's at, the demographics of your group right now actually probably helped you in going for that 1.78%. So every year they send out the form that says how many employees do you have, full and then part-time equivalents, to come in so that we can see how you're going to be rated for the following year. Now down here at the bottom, and Commissioner Pulling, in answer to your question, going from that 6,350 to the 7,000, down here at the bottom, in the little print down here,
Gotcha.
it shows maximum liability. If everybody on that plan met that $7,000 deductible times 2 per family, maximum liability for the county is $337,500. As of September 21st, and this is where the 2-card system has worked very well for the county, you have $148,587.44 in reserves. So looking at the estimated, if you would keep the rates the same this year, and the reserves would absorb that 1.78%, you would be funding reserves $213,545.64 less the percent of savings. So projecting for 2023, you're 89.99% funded, almost 90% funded, which is excellent.
Okay.
So down here, and I kind of skipped below the bottom 3 columns, but your employees and the benefits that you have for the employees here with working with all the municipalities and other groups that we work with, is a good plan. You have a $1,000 deductible, and then 80% to $1,500. So as an employee, the employees just have $2,500 out of pocket times 2 per family. The primary care office visit copay is $25, which standard in the industry today is $35 or $40. The specialty office visit is a $50 copay, which standard today is $70 to $90. And then prescriptions, you have a $10 for generic, $35 for tier 2, and $60 for tier 3. Most of your plans for tier 2 are, while your generics are going to a $20 copay, your tier 2 is about a $50 or a $60, and your tier 3 is anywhere from a $90 to $125 standard in the industry. So by using the 2 cards, you're still able to build that reserves, plus you're able to keep the plan the same for the employee. This is what was projected January of 2022. Actual through September 30th is the middle column, so you're running 6.68% under what we projected last year. So the plan's running well. So it's reports like this where I do love my job. No. Any questions?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. All right, the next one is, I just like to look at the thumbnail. This is what I call the aggregate report. Your plan renews in January, and these are the reporting through September. This is what you get on a monthly basis. So this shows the total illustrative rates, and based on an average of about 42, it currently, well, here's your count as of September, was 45 employees. That total illustrative rate in that first column, if you would go out and you would buy a cookie cutter plan as close as possible to your current benefits, is you would have paid the $662,627. The umbrella policy, the high deductible, was the through September $443,943.98. So less all the components of the Freedom Choice plan, what you've paid us in our administrative fees, what we paid in claims, medical and prescription, the risk management fee. So over here at the very right-hand side, the net savings by doing the 2-card system January through September has been $41,216.56. And the next report is dental. So we self-fund your dental. So everything just comes to Freedom Claims on the dental plan. So this is, again, the aggregate report for just the dental. Up here at the top right-hand side is where we've had the factors set. And these haven't been changed since 2015 because you're just paying actual claims coming in. So the single rate is $15.99. The family is $59.71. Employee and children is $36.63, and employee and spouse is $39.56. Down here at the left-hand side is what your actual cost have been for the dental. So your dental claims are running $17.82. Family is running $66.56. Employee and children is running $40.90, and employee and spouse is $44.10. Now, with this being a self-funded and just paying actual claims, if you would go out to the market and buy a Blue Cross and Blue Shield or a Delta Dental, you would be spending probably anywhere from $35 to $45 for a